Lo, by Charles Hoyfort, Part 1, Chapter 14a. In October 1904, a wolf, belonging to Captain Baines of Shotley Bridge, 12 miles from Newcastle, England, escaped, and soon afterward, killings of sheep were reported from the region of Hexham, about 20 miles from Newcastle. There seems to be an obvious conclusion. We have had some experience with conclusions that were said to be obvious. The story of the wolf in England is worth space, and the London newspapers rejoiced in this wolf story. Most of them did, but there are several that would not pay much attention to a dinosaur hunt in Hyde Park. Special correspondents were sent to Hexham, Northumberland. Some of them, because of circumstances that we shall note, wrote that there was no wolf, but probably a large dog that had turned evil. Most of them wrote that undoubtedly a wolf was ravaging, and was known to have escaped from Shotley Bridge. Something was slaughtering sheep, killing for food, and killing wantonly, sometimes mutilating 4 or 5 sheep, and devouring one. An appetite was ravaging in Northumberland. We have impressions of the capacity of a large and hungry dog, but upon reading these accounts, one has to think that they were exaggerations, or that the killer must have been more than a wolf. But, according to developments, I'd not say that there was much exaggeration. The killings were so serious that the farmers organized into the Hexham Wolf Committee, offering a reward, and hunting systematically. Every hunt was fruitless, except as material for the special correspondents, who told of continuing depredations, and reveled in special announcements. It was especially announced that, upon December 15th, the Hayden Foxhounds, one of the most special packs in England, would be sent out. These English dogs, of degree so high as to be incredible in all other parts of the world, went forth. It is better for something of high degree not to go forth. Mostly in times of peace arise great military reputations. So long as something is not tested it may be of high renown. But the Hayden Foxhounds went forth. They returned with their renown damaged. This takes us to another of our problems. Who can blame a celebrity for not smelling an absence? There are not only wise men. There are wise dogs, we'll learn. The Wolf Committee heard of Monarch, the celebrated bloodhound. This celebrity was sent for, and when he arrived, it was with such a look of sagacity that the sheep farmers' troubles were supposed to be over. The wise dog was put on what was supposed to be the trail of the wolf. But if there weren't any wolf, who can blame a celebrated bloodhound for not smelling something that wasn't? The wise dog sniffed. Then he sat down. It was impossible to set this dog on the trail of a wolf, though each morning he was taken to a place of fresh slaughter. Well, then, what else is there in all this? If, locally, one of the most celebrated intellects in England could not solve the problem, it may be that the fault was in taking it up locally. Throughout my time of gathering material for this book, it was my way to note something, and not to regard it as isolated, and to search widely for other occurrences that might associate with it. So, then, I noted this wolf story, and I settled upon this period of the winter of 1904-05, with the idea of collecting records of seemingly incongruous occurrences, which, however, might be germs of correlations. Such as this, for instance. But what could one of these occurrences have to do with the other?